24, obviously paired with headphones. We use Beach General majority of the time. When we're up on the dry sand, we will use all-terrain general because we've got the stabiliser. Noise cancel, obviously, whether I do that one or a rolling noise cancel. Ground balance, the dry sand we leave on 0. In the water, if there's a lot of water swirling over the coil, we'll do it ground tracking, which is that one. Or on the wet sand, we'll do a manual ground balance, which generally settles on 3 or 4. So recovery speed, again, this is all dependent. Dry sand, we use 4-5. On the wet sand, where there's a lot of deep iron, we use 6, and right in close to the shoreline, we'll use 7. Again, if we have to go much higher, we'll opt for a smaller coil. If it's nice and clean, we'll go for the big coil. Discrimination pattern, we use all metal, so basically we're using 3 tones. We use the iron tone, the lower tone, which we'll get onto in a second. Ferrous limits, now we don't bother setting up on the wet sand, we don't bother setting up a custom ferrous limit, we just use a flat 10, and the lower one, there's not a lot of bottle caps, so we drop right down to 2. It just helps with the deep iron, pulls targets in down into this bottom corner, so we found the lower ferrous limit of 2 works really well. Ferrous volume, just 2. Tones, we use on the wet sand 2 flat tones, which is very similar to the Equinox. And we have the tone break at 10 because we get a lot of small foil. You do hear, we've lowered the volume, you do hear the volume on that. And then the tone 2 from 10 up to 99 is a high pitch. With the tone break, we use down there, just differentiates the small thin stuff close to the surface. Audio theme normal, and the profile set to medium, which gives us a lot more information about the depth of the targets. On the wet sand, we don't really go for the shallow targets. As you've seen, we go for the deeper targets and the threshold level, just so we can hear it. Lighting is auto lighting, so it gets brighter and darker. Keypads off and the flashlights off. Soft keys, we have changed the lower right soft key, and the ferrous indication we have with red target ID numbers. And that is it. You've seen the depth we can get, so all these settings help you, and you can refer to this video in the future.